Okay, so today I'm going to be taking the Myers-Briggs test. Unfortunately, it turns out the main website actually costs like $50 to take the test, so I'm not going to be doing an official one. I'm just going to be taking one, maybe two if I feel like it, optional ones, so it's not anything super serious. But I just wanted to take it out of curiosity, you know, because I just, by pure chance, I looked up my name, which I hadn't done in months. Maybe all of 2021, to be honest. And I came up with the usual stuff, that hiding in public band that exists for some reason, that's not me. And, you know, weird political stuff and porn. The casual stuff that comes up when you search hiding in public. But then I was reminded of this, the personality database thing, which was forever ago that I first found this. But I'll be honest, I don't actually understand what a lot of this means, like phlegmatic dominant, or whatever these are. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Then again, I guess it's not all Myers-Briggs. This is Enneagram, for example. That's Enneagram. This is the Myers-Briggs, but I don't know, maybe other stuff too. The main thing is, because I found this a while back, and I had made public that I'm not an INFP, even though my videos are very emotional and very personal based. That's not really my personality. I'm a very technical person. I have taken the Myers-Briggs multiple times, although not since college, so since maybe 2018 I haven't taken it. So I'd be curious to see, you know, if it's changed. I took it probably 3 or 4 times in college, and I was an INTP most of the time, but there was, the last time I took it, or last couple times, it was INTJ, and I think INTJ is cooler, from whatever I understand, so I always kind of identified with INTJ. But yeah, I've taken it 4 or 5 times. I have always been N and T. My I is actually around 54%, 56% whenever I took it. So I'm pretty much an omnivert between I and E. Fairly extroverted, just slightly more introverted. And then the P is, yeah, the P, it could be a P, basically. But as it goes, I haven't taken it in a few years. And the reason I wanted to retake it is because I rediscovered this, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember that. But it said there was 22 comments on this. So this one is like a BS comment. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. Guys, we've been friends for a long time, so I feel comfortable coming out and saying this is very uncomfortable, and all you all treat... I don't know who this is, what they're talking about. I think it's a copy pasta. But at the bottom here... Oh, I gotta log in to look at more comments? Oh, what the heck? I said forever ago, like I'm not even logged in right now. Hey, hiding here. I'm actually an INTJ. Crazy to see one of these though. Thanks whoever made it. Haha. And I said, oh, I'm also an Enneagram 5. That's all I've done basically. I made my account. Maybe I looked at a couple characters, but I found it really interesting because somebody, like a month or 2 after that, goes, even if it really was him who made the comments below, do you, like, believe him? Maybe he only took the 16 personalities test. So, I took this in college. I took a full semester. It was really a bullshit course. But it was a semester course for freshmen. Just one of those, you know, empty fluff courses they make you take for, like, engagement and whatever. As a general ed course. And it was all about the Myers-Briggs. The whole semester was Myers-Briggs. We took a test, like, through the school, like they had the official version, and I took it once, and I took it a second time, using the official test, and I got an INTP. And the whole semester we were learning about what they mean, which, you know, I'm not sure if it's really even useful enough to be worth that much. Maybe it is. They use it professionally, I know, but... I don't know. I took this as like, do you like believe him? Like that I understand who I am as a person? Anyways, I thought this was funny. So I want to read through a few of these and exactly understand why I want to retake it now, just out of curiosity and fun. I don't see why we should doubt him. Then again, I got INTJ the first time I took one of those tests. At the time, I didn't understand what kind of quiz it was and was mentally comparing myself to an ESFP friend. Anyone would look like an INTJ compared to him. At some point, I found descriptions of all the different types, and I assumed I was an ISFP because it sounded kind of accurate, but every test gave me an INFP. When I learned about functions, INFP started to make more sense. Sorry about going on a tangent. I guess my point is, it took me years and multiple tests to figure out my own type, so I don't see how people here can be confident enough to tell someone they don't know that they're wrong about theirs. Wait. I don't see how people here can be confident enough to tell someone they don't know that they're wrong about theirs. Yes. Preach, queen. Full Metal Moron 20. Preach. And they also said, wait, is this the same person? This is, no, this is the other person. Okay, I don't know him, but his videos are very personal, and he gives us a lot of introspection about his life. I'm typing him based on what I see. Yes, there is a chance that he is an unusual INTJ, but the perspective in his videos is pure FINE with his divergent creative thinking. I just can't see the OXT. See, this is where it gets to, like, I don't know what it's talking about anymore, so maybe I should retake the test, you know? Maybe I should. Maybe I should revisit it. Who knows? Because I think I learned about this, but here's the thing, it was first semester, freshman year of college, and it was a useless garbage class that gave you an A no matter what. So it's like, I paid attention, I took the test, I found that interesting, but in terms of this like weird like, yeah, if you're like 45% this and 69% that, then you're actually a special combination thing. I don't know. I watched a few videos on stuff like this too that kind of talked about it, but I just don't think it's stuck in my head, you know, what, 4 years later? It's been 4 years since then. Yeah, so he always talks about his feelings and melancholy, and he isn't interested in structure as much as self-reflection. That's the thing. So I want to explain, like, the reason my videos are so personal is, or especially were so personal, is because I'm not an analysis channel. I do analysis because I like to substantiate my opinion with things that are correct in reality. You know, I'm not going to talk about how wonderful I think a show is because these two characters that aren't dating are super cute together. I'm not going to do that. I'm never going to do that. If I make analysis in 90% of my videos, it's purely just that I am being technical in explaining why I like it on like an observational level, and I'm going in depth about that. In terms of relating it to my life, what I used to be told all through my life is if you want to succeed on YouTube, you have to find your niche, and also you need to express yourself. You need to be who you are and be honest to yourself. So I made YouTube videos that were about things I liked, and the thing that was my niche or unique was I was going to make content that was very heavily tailored around my personality, because I didn't know how to put my personality into the videos. I thought, well, how about my life experiences and personality be part of the entire structure? And it's even, you know, making them like that is therapeutic to me. You know, it's like an art project almost. It's very cathartic. So there's sort of a technical reason behind why a lot of my videos, especially early on, were not analysis. I do have analysis on my channel, just straight analysis, and most of those videos have barely any personal input in them, like my Death Note videos and such. Also, on this channel, the Hiding in Private channel, you probably saw I uploaded a 30-minute freaking dry as a lecture objective versus subjective terms video. And I'm working on a ginormous Sekiro project that is entirely a non-personal. I mean, it's personal because I love the game, but it's not a I love this game because it makes me feel ooh-woo, you know? It's a very technical analysis. Like, as technical as you can get. Like, and I love listening to and hearing technical analysis. Love it. Matthew Matosis and, what's his name? Mahler. Not his newer stuff. I don't care about the Star Wars crap and, you know, a Spiteful Rage or whatever they're called. But the old video game Mahler series, those are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And I love technical analysis like that. Or that 5-hour video on Doctor Who. I've never seen Doctor Who before, but it was just a technical breakdown, part by part, of everything in that entire show, at least of the 2 seasons. And that was a good video too. Of course, I haven't seen Doctor Who, so I don't know where he's lying, but I showed it to a couple friends who have seen Doctor Who, and they liked it as well. Anyways, yeah, so it's not that it's... I don't know, like, INTJs can't be emotional, they can't show their feelings, they can't show any sort of importance to their feelings? Maybe not, I don't know, I'm not a genius on this sort of thing. Anyways, even when analyzing something, he always brings up his personal feelings and experiences, so they basically make up 90% of the video. There was just one time I was in love with this girl, blah blah blah. Oh my god, no. Ah! I can't believe that they did me like that, did me dirty like that. I watched like 5 videos of him, all were built from himself, which I didn't really care about. Thank you, buddy. Obviously you don't care about me at all. Seems like, even though you don't seem to care at all, you seem very, very willing to just tell me I'm wrong about my own personality. Well, he seems introspective, so just go along with the test result. Yes, but the test result might be fitting for him. The INTJ describes a typical INTX 5 out of 6. Not even every INTX 5 out of 6 is like that, and it doesn't contain cognitive functions. Only the letters are right for him. He does seem introspective, but I doubt he knows about cognitive functions, and that way it's easy to mistype yourself. Well, I was taking the professional tests. I don't know. FI DOMs like to flatter themselves and think they're special. INTJ on 16p depicts a detached, introspective, and cool person. Every INFP wants to be that. Every INFP4 wants to be like that. Okay. I guess cool. But I am extremely introspective. I think I'm more introspective than I mean, this might sound like haughty, but I'm probably more introspective than any person that I've ever been good friends with. I feel like I mean, look at what I do. look at what I do. And again, he doesn't see my videos. I don't need to justify myself. This isn't me arguing with people in a thread. I just want you guys to see this. I thought this was so crazy. I forgot that this even existed. And over the last year, since I pointed it out, there's whole comment threads debating on if I'm right about my own personality. Alright. That's true, there's no reason, that is true, but there's no reason to assume that he doesn't know about the functions. P.S. I commented on his last video, asking if the account that commented below is indeed his, and he replied that it is. Oh, hey! I remember that comment. Maybe we could suggest him to study them, if he wants to, of course. Okay. So he's not being mean or anything. It is him? He showed it on stream. Cool. Oh, this is Robin. I wonder if this is Robin Kalani of Twitch. By the way, hi Robin, if you're watching. He's still pretty active. Yeah, I doubt he's an INTJ. Sounds a lot like an INFP, both in his videos and sometimes on stream. Although when he's streaming, he does seem to show a lot of technical TE, but again, that could just mean that he's an INFP, which has developed TE. What do you think? I am not emotional when it comes to decision making and things that I find important. I am... Well, I don't want to exactly explain the way that I look at things logically here. This take a while, but I'm emotional with things in regards to myself. I'm emotional in regards with things that I've considered to be important on like a broader and technical scale. But I'm not very emotional in general, and I am also... I basically never use emotion to ever decide anything in my life. I'm very calculated with the decisions I make. Sometimes it takes me a while to make decisions because of that, but yeah. And I don't know, maybe I'm saying this and I'm thinking that this means like, oh yeah, this means I'm a T, but maybe I just don't understand it. So I don't know how much more I want to look at this before I jump into the test. I should probably just jump into it. I've already wasted a good amount of time. Oh, here's a good one. This one is a complete flip around. There's no way this dude is an INTJ, at least not in his online persona. And I think that's fair. My online persona is a much more vulnerable personal side of myself that I don't show anybody in real life, really. Every video I've watched by him is an analysis of how a given anime, manga, etc. relates to his own life experiences, emotions, and personal values, which he's able to extrapolate through said media. If that's not FI in its purest form, then I don't know what it is. This isn't to stereotype him as an INFP, because he shows a lot of emotion. Plenty of emotional INTJs exist, and equally as many closed-off INFPs do. I doubt an INTJ would be so highly developed in FI, and connections he makes between shows may seem innocent or even shallow versus these profound life lessons that go over many's heads on initial viewing of said shows. Seems very indicative of NE for me. I don't really see any NI being used in his videos. NI DOMs are not the only capable of thorough and profound critical analysis, but again, it's not like I know him personally. For all I know, he could be an INTJ while removed from the public persona. It's not my call to make, just my perception of him. This one's kind of funny that Robin said this. I get it, hiding. I also didn't want to be an INFP, yet here we are. Well, I'm not an F. It's gonna be so funny if I get an F, actually. I can't imagine I would be, though. Anyways. He did say on stream he's an INTJ. Still kind of doubt him still. R.I.P. He's down there in the comments saying he's an INTJ as well. LMAO. There is no way he's not an INFP. What? He showcases so much Phi C, almost 0 T. No way it's auxiliary. Dude. Almost 0 T. To be fair to the streams, he does show a lot of T, and more so in his recent videos. Recent videos? Oh, 5 days ago! Holy shit! Wait, 6 days ago! This is a month ago. This is literally still happening. Over a year ago! I mentioned this casually. It's so funny. Okay. Well, anyways. Time to see if I've changed, or if I was wrong. I'm going to be taking this one, and I might take another one, because the official Myers-Briggs is $50. I have taken the official Myers-Briggs professional version in the past for a school course that I took a whole semester, and I got INTP. I got it like 2 or 3 times, and then one time I managed to get INTJ, but it always showed that my E and I were close, but the E never took over. Okay, so let's take this one from this really crappy website, because you know the crappier the website, the more technically credible it is. When it comes to educational stuff, you know, the crappier the website looks, the better it's actually made. You're almost never late for your appointments. Yes, I am almost always on time or early. You like to be engaged in an active and fast-paced job. Not really. You enjoy having a wide circle of acquaintances. I mean, I like having connections with people. Like, I like having people I can reach out to, and because just having more of those give you a lot of benefits. But I don't necessarily like being around a large group of people I don't know very well. Like, if it's in the internet, it's just like I know of and am friendly with a large number of people. Yes, but do I like being around them? No. I'm gonna say uncertain. Do I like being around them? I like being around them. I'm not a very social person. Yeah, I don't know. I'm uncertain with that. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to use uncertains for most of these, but I'm not gonna choose one if I don't know. You feel involved when watching TV soaps. I don't watch TV soaps. What the heck? Maybe this one is too out of date. No. You are usually the first to react to a sudden event, the telephone ringing, or an unexpected question. Oh yeah, I guess so. You feel the world is founded on compassion. Well, if you could measure it, this would be an object statement that could be right or wrong. And I would say generally no. But I don't know. How do you interpret this? Founded on compassion in the sense that we have to show compassion in order to survive, because if we showed no compassion, then there's no way we could, like, create stable society. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say no. You think that everything in the world is relative. No, it's not. If you think that everything in the world is relative, jump in front of a train. Not telling you to kill yourself. I'm saying literally, if you are right, you won't die. You won't get hit by the train and smashed to bits and crushed and just gutted. You know, jump in a pool and breathe the water. If everything is entirely relative, some things can be relative, but if everything is relative, then you should be able to control everything about reality. Strict observation of the established rules is likely to prevent attaining a good outcome. It depends on what it is. I mean, politically speaking, yeah, I guess maybe, but then you might not get anywhere with political stuff if you don't follow the rules at all. No. It is difficult to get you excited. No, I'm actually pretty excitable. I enjoy lots of things. Unless I'm depressed. You know what? I took this when I was pretty depressed. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I would have put yes. When making a decision, you rely more on your feelings than on analysis of the situation. No. You often think about humankind and its destiny. Not really. You believe the best decision is one that can be easily changed. No. The best decision is the most effective to whatever your goal is. You often ponder the root cause of phenomena and things. Yes, actually, yes. That's like the coolest stuff in the world. Like the only objective truth. The only objective thing that is 100% certain is the principle of non-contradiction. And there are so many people I try to tell about this because I think it's the coolest thing in the history of humanity. It's this nuttiest, coolest thing ever, and everybody always is so unenthused when I tell them about it. But it's like, no, this is the root of everything. This is the root of mathematics. This is the root of the way that our brains work. You prefer to act immediately rather than speculate on various options. No. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I prefer to just, you know, screw it. I want to go do something, but you trust reason rather than feelings. Yes. You're inclined to rely more on improvisation than prior planning. See, here's the thing. Yeah, I'd actually say yes. I do plan a lot of things, but I am naturally inclined more towards improv. Definitely. At least with certain situations. Like, speeches and group projects and stuff, like in college, I would always improvise my speeches, and do a pretty good job. I could do pretty good, because I would have just turned it over in my mind enough that I didn't need to write the whole thing down. You spend your leisure time actively socializing with a group of people, attending party, shopping, etc. Nope. I don't really have leisure time, I guess, but leisure time just goes into more work. Usually plan your actions in advance. This is leisure time. This is me being leisurely right now, and I'm recording a video. I'm so happy that I've got this second channel. I've just got to say, I love this second channel. It's so fun to me. Usually plan your actions in advance. Yes. Your actions are frequently influenced by your emotions. Well, here's the thing. Because some things should be influenced by your emotions, because your emotions have to do with some of the positive aspects you can get out of a decision. You know? Like, when you make a decision, you can, you know, let's say, there's this super cute girl that likes me. Should I ask her out? Like, the fact that she's a super cute girl that likes me, like, yeah. But let's say on a technical level, I'm gonna have to spend twice as much money every time I go out and hang out with her because I'm gonna pay for all of her meals. How about that? Well, if I didn't feel an emotional connection to her, you know, then I wouldn't want to spend that money. So, I'd say yes, but I'd say that relationships and things are kind of a exception to that. I'm not going to do a hard no, though. You are a person somewhat reserved and distant in communication. Yes. I never respond to anybody. It's like the worst thing ever. I have like 40 or 50 sponsor deals that I actually was interested in on my mail. I don't want to expose myself like this, but I haven't replied to any of them. And it's just because I see the message and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that. And then I don't. And there's so many friends who message me and send messages. Even my grandma, I just realized, she sent me a message like the other day, and I still have not replied to her, even though she voice called me, or video called me earlier today. And I still haven't replied to her message. Oh, gosh. Yes, I'm a horribly, horribly distant person. It's not good at all. I wish that I was better. It's so draining. You know how to put every minute of your time to good purpose? No, I wish I did. I wish I did. You often contemplate the complexity of your life, complexity of life. I don't know, that seems like a 14 and this is deep type of thing. Sometimes I think about the complexity of life, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. When you think about like a leaf, and all the detail on the leaf, like all the stem and the chlorophyll and all that stuff, I love that. Or like bugs, individual bugs, like they're so detailed. So that's pretty cool. Or how many different routes your life could take. I mean, I think, okay. Maybe I do. I don't think it's often, though. Often I'm just trying to have fun, you know? Well, but I also do find complexity fun. Okay, I'm gonna go with yes. After prolonged socializing, you feel that you need to get away and be alone. Yes. Well, sometimes I can bear to be around. No, I pretty much always want to be alone after I've been around people for a while. You often do jobs in a hurry. I guess not. I need to more, though, to be honest. I was gonna say yes because I procrastinate, and then I have to do loads of work at the end. I was trying to censor myself, and then I was like, oh, fine. You easily see the general principle behind specific occurrences. General principle behind specific occurrences. Yeah, I'd say that. You frequently and easily express your feelings and emotions. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. I don't have any issue expressing how I feel about a situation. You find it difficult to speak loudly? No. I hate people who are loud. I hate people who draw attention. I hate that. It kills me inside. It makes me cringe. And yet, admittedly, I tend to talk a little bit louder, more naturally. And when I'm not, I'm mumbling, so. You get bored if you get bored if you have to read theoretical books. No, that's what my major was. I majored in philosophy and psychology, so. And I loved it. I thought it was super interesting. You tend to sympathize with other people. What's the difference between sympathize and empathize? Empathize is like putting your feelings in your own shoes. Definition of sympathize. I just want to see what the difference is. Agree with the sentiment or opinion. Oh. No. I would say not really. A lot of people... I sympathize with an opinion whenever it makes sense. Not whenever they make me feel bad or whenever, you know, I might empathize with other people, even if I don't sympathize with their perspective, but I don't often sympathize with perspectives. If anything, I don't know. Hopefully I'm not coming across like hoity-toity or anything. You value justice higher than mercy. I think the society in general values justice higher than mercy. I'm gonna give it a light yes, though. I think the bad things should be punished. That's how we enforce the idea of not to do bad things. But they shouldn't be punished, like, to the point where there is no mercy. But you shouldn't have mercy to the point where there's no punishment. And between the two, punishment is probably more important. Maybe. Is it? I don't know. I'm sorry. This is just my intuition. This is my general intuition with this. Let me flip this back. You rapidly get involved in the social life of a new workplace. I'm gonna say... You know what, actually? I don't have an example with workplace, but whenever I went to college, my first semester, I joined a frat, so, yeah. And that was not expected of freshmen to do. The more people you speak to, the better you feel. No. You tend to rely on your experience rather than theoretical alternatives. What is a theoretical alternative in this sense? Like data? Statistics? I don't know. I rely on my experience, but my experience also makes me see mirages, so I'd say that if there is an alternative that has more experience compiled behind it, I defer to that. As a rule, you proceed only when you have a clear and detailed plan. Not really. You easily empathize with the concerns of other people. Yeah, I empathize with people. I'm sorry that they feel ways they feel. Often you prefer to read a book than go to a party. No. Sorry. I don't like parties or books, but I'd much rather get drunk than sit by myself and read a book. Maybe if it was something other than reading a book, but when with a group of people, you tend to enjoy being directly involved and being the center of attention. When with a group of people, you tend to be directly involved and being the center of attention. It depends on the group, but I'd say yeah, actually. I do like to feel like I'm controlling the situation. You know, otherwise kind of have anxiety with it. You are more inclined to experiment than to follow familiar approaches. Yeah, I would say I am. You are strongly touched by stories about other people's troubles. Fictional people? I'm gonna say yes. Deadlines seem to you to be a relative rather than an absolute importance. This is kind of an expose. It is an absolute importance. But since it says seem to you, well, since I seem to miss tons of deadlines I set for myself, even if it's just by a day, yes. I unfortunately have to say yes. Even though it's totally a horrible part of my personality. You prefer to isolate yourself from outside noises. Outside noises? Yeah, sometimes. For you, it's easier to gain knowledge through hands-on experience than from books or manuals. Sometimes? I'm gonna say no. Generally, if I read it in a book, then I can replicate it in reality. You think that almost everything can be analyzed. Yes. Even if we don't possess the means or the brain power to analyze something at the moment, it doesn't mean it's not theoretically possible. For you, no surprises is better than surprises, bad or good ones. I'm gonna say no. Life would get boring. You take pleasure in putting things in order. Yeah. You feel at ease in a crowd. No. You have a good control over your desires and temptations. Yes, I think I do. What I consider to be my temptations. Yes. You easily understand new theoretical principles. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah. I was gonna say no because I eat out, but I've actually been on like a good streak. Haven't ate out the last couple weeks really much at all. I'm making my BLT sandwiches. You easily understand new theoretical principles. Yeah, normally I just have to read the sentence a few times. Sentence. Usually place yourself nearer to the side, wait, what? Usually place yourself nearer to the side than the center of the room. Yeah, that's true. When solving a problem, you would rather follow a familiar approach than seek a new one. Yes, because the whole idea is you need to solve the problem efficiently. A thirst for adventure is something close to your heart. Yeah. When considering a situation, you pay more attention to the current situation and less possible sequence of events. And less to the possible. Well, no. I think about what's going to happen after it because it's just part of the same giant train. When solving a problem, you consider how many questions are there? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's almost done. Okay. When solving a problem, you consider the rational approach to be the best. Yes. Almost always. You find it difficult to talk about your feelings. No, not really. I used to find it very difficult to talk about my feelings, but after the YouTube, I think it's really helped me open up. Your decisions are based more on feeling of the moment than through planning. No. You prefer to spend your leisure time alone or relaxing in a tranquil atmosphere? Yes. You feel more comfortable sticking to conventional ways? Not really, no. You're easily affected by strong emotions. Affected? Maybe. Affected in the sense that I easily feel the strong emotions? Yes, but a strong emotion by definition would be that. So, do I act on those strong emotions in ways that would be consistent with how strong they are? I would have to say no. You're always looking for opportunities. No, I wish I was. As a rule, current preoccupations worry you more than future plans. No. The future terrifies me. It is easy for you to communicate in social situations. Yes, I think I'm pretty good at communicating in most situations. You rarely deviate from your habits. Are you kidding? My sleep schedule can't stay... My sleep schedule couldn't stay consistent if I don't know, if I had a gun to my head. You willingly involve yourself in matters which engage your sympathies. What? Yes. If I feel sympathetic towards something, sympathetic toward a cause or an idea or a principle, of course I'm going to involve myself in that. You easily perceive ways in which events could develop. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see what it says though. Oh, look, this is the same. This is the same as what I was saying was on my old things. You have a slight preference of introversion over extroversion. Yeah, that's how it's always been. It's how it's always been. You have a moderate preference of intuition over sensing. You have a moderate preference of thinking over feeling. And you have a slight preference of judging over perceiving. Yeah. See, my E and my I, they're pretty flippable, I guess. I don't think I need descriptions, but is there that weird stuff that they were talking about? F-E, F-I, weird stuff? I don't know. I mean, this has been going for 40 minutes right now in the uncut recording, so I'm gonna say that this is a good time. I don't know. I'm an INTJ! I've taken the test like 5 times. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not super strong as an I or a J, or I guess even I don't know, the T 25, like moderate. Now, of course, this is just one test, but I've taken the official, original, paid, professional version in school as part of a course where I had it explained to me what it was years ago. Okay. But yeah, I promise I was answering the questions as honestly as I thought I would be. I'm sorry. I know that people like hate INTJs. I looked up INTJ types, and they're like all like super villains and crap. So I guess I'm not evil. I'm not evil. But yeah, hopefully, since apparently this is still an active debate, 5 days ago, hopefully this gives more information on the way that I was viewing and looking at this whole situation. Just another version of this test that I took. I know this is a pretty scuffed website. There's like 3 other websites I could have done. I could do it again. I don't care. I could do it with somebody who knows more about this sort of thing. I don't know. If you enjoy this sort of thing, hopefully you enjoyed watching this. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful morning. Have a wonderful time, okay? Got my big Persona 4 series coming up, so good day, goodbye.